This is something most Japanese people never question. But for many foreigners, it becomes one of the most confusing parts of life in Japan. Japan rarely says no. Not at work, not in stores, not even in situations where a clear yes or no seems necessary. Instead, you might hear things like, "I'll think about it," "That might be difficult," or sometimes nothing at all. So what's really happening here? And more importantly, what happens because of this? In many cultures, saying no is normal. It can be direct, honest, and even respectful. But in Japan, a direct no often feels too strong. It doesn't just reject an idea. It can feel like rejecting the person. So instead of refusing directly, communication shifts towards something less explicit. The listener is expected to sense the refusal, rather than hear it clearly stated. This isn't about language ability. The Japanese word for no does exist. The question is not whether it can be said, but whether it should be said. So if people don't say no, what do they say instead? You'll often hear phrases like, "I'll think about it," "This might be a little difficult," "We'll discuss it internally," and sometimes there's no response at all. For someone unfamiliar with Japanese culture, these phrases sound neutral or even hopeful. But in many cases, they already are the answer. The meaning isn't carried by words alone. It's carried by tone, timing, and context. This works smoothly among people who share the same unspoken assumptions. But for outsiders, it can be deeply confusing. To understand why this system exists, we need to look beyond language. In Japan, social harmony has long been prioritized over clearly expressing individual opinions. Open disagreement creates friction. Friction disrupts the group. Avoiding no is a way to prevent that disruption. Before it happens, responsibility is also shared. By not saying no directly, the speaker avoids placing all the weight of rejection on themselves. At the same time, the listener is expected to read the situation and adjust their expectations. It's not about lying, it's about balance. But this communication style also has consequences. Meetings may end without clear decisions. Plans may remain vague. Agreements can feel ambiguous. For people from more direct cultures, this can be frustrating. You may feel like nothing is ever decided. But within Japan, this ambiguity creates flexibility. A proposal can quietly fade away without anyone being openly rejected. Relationships are preserved. The group continues without confrontation. However, misunderstandings are common, especially in international environments. What one person hears as maybe, another already understands as no. Japan is often described as a polite country. But politeness isn't quite the right word. This isn't about kindness in the moment. It's about reducing long-term tension. Silence can carry meaning. Ambiguity can be intentional. Once you stop expecting direct answers, you begin to notice the patterns. And once you notice them, you start seeing them everywhere. So Japan doesn't avoid saying no because people are afraid. It avoids no because the system is built differently. Whether that feels comfortable or confusing often depends on what you're used to. What do you think? Have you experienced this kind of communication before? Did it surprise you or did it start to make sense?